A lot of us didn't think that the New York Knicks would have a shot to make it to the playoffs this season. But bro, how they are proving people wrong. I'm a Knicks fan, so I'm feeling a little bit optimistic about how they are playing right now. And that is why I want to break down the 5 biggest reasons to you guys as to why the Knicks are winning so many games. So let's get right into it. The first and of course the biggest reason has been Jalen Brunson. At the time of him signing $104 million for 4 years, people were saying it was too much for him, but bro, it has been the complete opposite because he's putting up these types of numbers while being very efficient, bro, and somehow he keeps getting better and better as the season goes on. If the Knicks need a bucket late in the 4th quarter, he's their guy. This guy is so clutch, bro. A lot of the games that they have won is thanks to him taking over in the 4th quarter. But you know, this shouldn't have come as a surprise to all of us because anyone that had watched, the Dallas Mavericks over the last few seasons knew that Brunson can score, bro. He was crafty and efficient. Plus, we can't forget to mention he stepped up big during the playoffs last season. Remember that Luka Doncic went down with an injury at the beginning of the playoffs last season? And the guy that was leading the Mavericks was Jalen Brunson. This guy kept them afloat. The second reason as to why the Knicks have been winning games has been their improvement in defense. We all know if a team can defend, then they have a legitimate shot to win a lot of games. Regular season or playoffs, it doesn't matter. And we all know also that most of the teams that win championships have always been great defensive teams throughout the whole year, right? And on December 4th, right, Tom Thibodeau decided to narrow his rotation down to 9 players. Reason being is he was like, if you cannot guard, if you do not defend, then you will not see the court. If you defend, you're gonna see Tom on the court. If you don't, then you're gonna be at the bench. Deep on the bench. And ever since that change, right, the Knicks have gone 14-7 and have had the 2nd best defense in the NBA throughout that period, compared to them being 10-13 before that change, and they were in the bottom pack in the NBA. I want to give some credit to all the Knicks players, especially the guards, Emmanuel Quickley, Quentin Grimes, and Miles McBride, because they have been making life difficult for the guards on the perimeter. Which brings me to my next point. There's a reason why NBA teams want players that can shoot, defend, and make smart, quick decisions. And it's because none of the NBA teams want to give those guys away. And that is why you have to try to draft those players through the draft. And it seems like the Knicks have drafted 2 of those players. Grimes, their 2021 first round selection, has entered the starting lineup this season and has taken a big leap. He consistently guards the opposing team's best perimeter player and is shooting 38% from 3. Then we have Quickley, who was drafted in 2020. He has become the Knicks' best off-ball defender. He's their most reliable player out guarding the opposite corner, which calls for those defenders to cover a lot of ground and be decisive about it. He's great at communicating on both ends and keeps the space up when he enters the games. But what's crazy about this is that both of these players were drafted with the 25th pick in their respective draft class. And Grimes is actually 22 years old and Quickley is 23. So we're seeing something very positive going on about the Knicks' development right now with players. The next reason as to why the Knicks are winning a lot of games is because Julius Randle is back to his all-star status. Randle won the NBA Most Improved Player in 2020, and as you guys can see, he put up some really good numbers, and that's why he ended up making the All-NBA team that season. But he followed that season up by regressing instead of improving. But now this season, he's back to a top-notch level. The numbers are similar to his 2021 season, though the assist numbers are down. And of course, one of the reasons why Randle is actually playing better this season compared to last season is because he's playing with Brunson now, who's a great point guard, bro. This guy feels like Brunson might be the best point guard the Knicks have had in a while, bro. In a while. But Randle now gets to play a lot more off the ball instead of having to make something out of nothing with the ball, And I can't forget to mention that his defensive intensity just seems different this season compared to the other years with the New York Knicks. It's really hard to get past Randle on a one-on-one situation. Like he's keeping up with those players. Before I move on with my next point, I want to give some credit to some of the Knicks players. Mitchell Robinson has been a beast, whether he's guarding the rim or cutting off pick and rolls. And RJ Barrett seems to be in a more appropriate defensive role now, like in a different position, you know. Now that Grimes is back and he gets to, you know, guard the best perimeter player, Barrett doesn't need to do that no more. So that's why we're seeing him make a better impact on defense now and actually playing more better offensively, you know what I mean? So I'm a guy that believes RJ Barrett can be an all-star in the future. A lot of people have kind of gave up on him, but I really feel like this guy has the talent to, not to be a D-Wade player, of course not, but I feel like he could reach a level that a lot of people don't seem to believe that he can reach no more. The fifth and last reason as to why the Knicks are winning a lot of games is that they are playing with a lot of effort, bro. It seems like they have finally bought into Tom Thibodeau's system, and they don't make a lot of mistakes, bro, while playing very hard. Because when we look at some stats, we can notice that the Knicks are winning their possession game almost every game, as they rank third in the NBA in offensive rebound, while owning the league's fourth lowest turnover rate, and they attempt the fourth most free throws per game as well. Like I said, a lot of people don't look at these stats, but these stats are very important because this shows that they are doing the little things to have a shot to win a lot of games. I do have to say a lot of the things are going right for the Knicks right now, and yes, they are not playing a lot of strong teams lately, and they have been playing some average teams or mediocre teams. Nothing against NBA teams, every team is great. But there's levels to this, you know. There's the Celtics, and then you'd be like, oh, there's the Warriors, there's a tier below. Then you could be like, oh, there's the Lakers, a tier below, you know what I mean? So like the Knicks have been facing teams like the Warriors and Lakers, you know what I mean? So yes, it's great that they win those games, and I'm excited about it because I'm hoping, bro, I'm praying that the Knicks actually make it to the playoffs this season and don't miss it like last season. And I do feel like if they play great defensively, right, how they are playing right now, that they have a shot to make it to the second round. It doesn't matter who they face in the first round. I mean, yeah, maybe if they face the Celtics or the Bucks, I'll be scared, you know. So maybe they should try to hold that 6th seed, maybe the 5th. If they can get the 5th seed and maybe play the 76ers, because how it's looking right now, the Brooklyn Nets might end up with the 3rd seed. That's just my prediction. It will be very interesting to see the 76ers and the Knicks go, you know, head to head in the playoffs this season. And I would say only a few teams can beat the Knicks in the playoffs, if the Knicks actually make it, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, I'm excited about the Knicks. Hopefully they make it to the playoffs. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section about the Knicks. Do you think they can make it to the playoffs this season or not? If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching if you made it this far as well. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And hopefully, I'll see you all in the next one.